The following is a feature presentation of SVGN, the Sports Video Game Network.
Nashville, Tennessee. Nicknamed Music City due to its various connections to the music industry, from country icons like Dolly Parton and Reba McEntire, to pop stars like Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift, and even the surprise like the Kings of Leon or Donna Summer. But it's also home to the Tennessee Titans, who have a big division rivalry game today, and we're here to bring it to you as they take on the Indianapolis Colts, an undefeated team who hopes to remain undefeated after this one. Welcome everybody to our Week 6 Game of the Week here on SVGN, the Sports Video Game Network. Hello everybody, I'm your host Joe, and let me just say, this is quite an interesting season for the AFC South. The Indianapolis Colts, undefeated. The last time the Colts were undefeated like this, well, they had another kid that was actually a Tennessee product by the name of Peyton Manning under center, at least when they were this far into the season. And now they've got a different QB that's hoping to lead them into the future, Anthony Richardson, who has looked decent so far this season. But on the other side, you've got the Tennessee Titans, who last week had a bye week, but for the most part has been actually not half bad. They're 2-1. Their young QB Will Levis might also be the future QB for this franchise. Both these teams coming in with former SEC QBs, by the way, because Levis was from Kentucky while Anthony Richardson was from Florida. But the big question is, how are they going to handle the big stage? People were expecting the Titans were going to take a step backwards after last season because they lost access to arguably the best player in their history, Derrick Henry. But they've actually been doing pretty good. The only team they've lost to, the New York Jets. But this might be their next real challenge. We'll see how well they do. And good news for Tennessee Titans fans, Tony Pollard will be returning for them, as will Tyjae Spears. Both those injuries key to their backfield. Let's take a look at the standings in the AFC South so far. These two teams at the top of the division. Indianapolis at 4-0. Tennessee at 2-1. Houston right behind Tennessee. They are actually at 2-2. And behind Houston is Jacksonville at 1-3. But we'll see how things go later on. For now, we're going to take a small break. And when we come back, we're going to get you down to the field at Nissan Stadium. And here we are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Colts will call tails. It'll be heads. Titans will elect to receive the ball. Matt Gay will be the kicker for Indianapolis, and Tyjae Spears back to return for Tennessee. And he will take this from about the 8-yard line. Going to get up to about the 20, to about the 23. Let's take a look at that Tennessee Titans starting offense. Will Levis, the second-year quarterback who spent last year as the backup behind Ryan Tannehill. Behind him, he has Tony Pollard, the former Cowboy, and Tyjae Spears for his running backs in a dual running back system. Calvin Ridley, the former Jaguar, on the wide receiver position alongside DeAndre Hopkins. And Chigoziem Okonkwo, the tight end for Tennessee, is on the line alongside Lloyd Cushenberry, Peter Skoronski, Dylan Radins, rookie J.C. Latham, and Nicholas Petit-Frere. The head coach is Brian Callahan, his first year in the Tennessee system, as are all the major coaches in the Tennessee system, including offensive coordinator Nick Holtz. First and 10 for Tennessee. Levis in shotgun formation with a man in motion. Defense trying to break through. They deflect that pass. That could have been dangerous for them. Let's take a look at that Indianapolis Colts starting defense. Rookie Laiatu Latu, the first rounder out of UCLA, is on the defensive line alongside Grover Stewart and DeForest Buckner. For the linebackers, you have E.J. Speed, Kenny Moore II, Zaire Franklin, who is a sacking machine, and Kwity Paye. Jalen Jones and Juju Brents are the corners. And for the safeties, you have Nick Cross and Julian Blackman. The defense coordinator is Gus Bradley, and Brian Mason is the special teams coordinator. 2nd and 10 for Tennessee. Levis going to toss this one to Spears. He's going to run along the near sideline, and he's going to get to about the 32. I'm going to say 33. 3rd and 1, a handoff to Pollard, who's going to get a first down easily. I can't imagine it'd be difficult for Pollard and Spears to have to replace Derrick Henry. 1st and 10. Levis for a shotgun formation throw. He tried to throw for visibly, but it's incomplete. Deflected, actually. 2nd and 10. Levis in shotgun formation. Looking. Gonna throw for Calvin Ridley over the middle. He's got the first down, and Morrissey's in Indianapolis territory, and he's gonna get taken down at about the 27 of the Colts. 1st and 10. Will Levis going to hand this one off to Tyjae Spears. He's gonna break through for the first down and more, and he's stopped just short, 1 yard short. Titans fans don't like hearing that. And a handoff to Spears yet again, and this time he's in for the touchdown. So the Titans will strike first today off a running touchdown. A lot of people expected the running game was going to take a step backwards, like I said. No Derrick Henry, he went to Baltimore. But Tyjae Spears and Tony Pollard have shown themselves to be quite the group, the two of them. So Nick Folk going to kick this one off, and Anthony Gould, the rookie, going to take this one back. He's at the 25, now at the 30, and that's where he stopped. Let's take a look at the Indianapolis Colts starting offense. Anthony Richardson, the 4th overall pick from last year's draft, coming out of Florida. Another SEC product just like Will Levis, like we said before. Jonathan Taylor is his running back. He's been somewhat quiet this season, but he's still a threat very easily. Josh Downs and Michael Pittman Jr. are the wide receivers alongside Adonai Mitchell, the rookie out of Texas. And Kylan Granson is the tight end, who will be on the line alongside the actual offensive linemen of Ryan Kelly, Quentin Nelson, Will Freeze, Bernard Raymond, and Braden Smith. Shane Steichen, the 2nd-year head coach, and his offense coordinator is Jim Bob Cooter. First and 10 for Indianapolis, man in motion. Richardson going to throw for, looked like Josh Downs, but it's incomplete. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Titans. Arden Key, rookie Tavondre Sweat, and Jeffrey Simmons are your defensive linemen. For the linebackers, you've got Kenneth Murray, Roger McCreary, Ernest Jones, and Harold Landry. L'Jarius Sneed and Chidobe Awuzie are the corners for the Titans. And for the safeties, you have Quandre Diggs and Amani Hooker. Denard Wilson is the defensive coordinator for Tennessee, and Colt Anderson, ironic name, but he is the special teams coordinator for the Titans. 2nd and 10, man in motion for Indianapolis. Richardson going to hand this one off to Taylor. He's going to run through the defense's holes, and he's going to keep on going. He's running up the side to the 25. More running up the middle, but regardless. 1st and 10. Richardson dropping back. Looking. Waiting. Gonna throw to his right for Adonai Mitchell, who dove for it, but he can't get it. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. 2 backs for Anthony Richardson. He's gonna run up, and he's taken down. Arden Key with the 3-yard sack. So it'll be 3rd and 13. You're in field goal range, so throw for Adonai Mitchell, and he is gone. Touchdown, Colts! And Indianapolis going to try and tie this one up. Anthony Richardson was expected to be a project QB coming out of Florida, but he's done well for Indianapolis this year. And this game is tied up at 7. Tyjae Spears back to return. He'll take this from about the 5.5. He's going to get up to the 20, and that's where they're going to stop him. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Will Levis going to hand this one off to Spears, who doesn't get very far. 2nd and 10. Levis going to play action. Gonna throw over the middle for Spears, who dove for it, but couldn't quite get it. There were a sea of white helmets very close to him. 3rd and 10, Levis. Gonna try and run forward with this. Gonna throw it for Calvin Ridley, who can't quite get a hold of it. Incomplete. So that means that Ryan Stonehouse is going to punt this. And that is Anthony Gold back to receive for Indianapolis. Takes him about the 19, gets up to about the 28. 1st and 10 for the Colts. Richardson dropping back. Got some open room. Gonna throw for Downs, but it's incomplete. Nearly picked off as he tried to throw for Josh Downs. 2nd and 10. Richardson dropping back. Got some open receivers. Gonna try and run forward. Arden Key with another sack. This time it's for 7 yards. 3rd and long for Indianapolis. Gonna throw and it's blocked. That could have been dangerous, so they're gonna punt the ball. Rigoberto Sanchez, the punter here for Indianapolis. And that is Jaquan Jackson, the punt returner. He's going to take this from about the 22. Breaks the tackle, but he only gets to about the 27. 1st and 10 once again for Tennessee in their own territory. Levis, play action. Going to try and throw to his right for Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley is wide open. Can he? Could he? Will he? No, he's tripped up by his ankles. Still, amazing throw by the Mayo man, Will Levis, who had a big deal with Hellman's. Levis with the play action, going to throw, and it's deflected. That looked like it was heading to the left, and it looked like Calvin Ridley was on his way. 38 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. Levis going to toss for Tyjae Spears, who's running along the near sideline. Avoids the tackle, and can't avoid that one. So it'll be 1st and probably goal at the 10. Levis going to play action. Looking for an open man, throwing to his right for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. He was wide open in the back of the end zone, too. 2nd and 10. Levis going to play action. Throwing to his left for a very out-of-bounds DeAndre Hopkins, and that's where we're going to end the 1st quarter. We're tied up at 7. 3rd and 10. Levis handing it off to Tony Pollard, is going to run up the side for a touchdown. And Tennessee's ground game has not slowed down 1 minute today. And so, if Nick Folk's kick goes through, this will be a 14-7 game, and it is good. So Tennessee has a 7-point lead. Gould going to be back to return. He will take this from about a yard or two deep in his own end zone. Going to get to about the 15. 1st and 10 for Indianapolis. Richardson dropping back. Looking. Going to throw to his right for Adonai Mitchell, who dives for it. He's still on his feet, though, once he gets back up, and he's still running. And he gets to about the 27, it looks like. 1st and 10 for the Colts. Richardson going to throw for Josh Downs. Incomplete. So it'll be a 2nd and 10 in Tennessee territory on the 34. Toss for Jonathan Taylor. Taylor running along the side. And he's going to get about 6 yards on this one. 3rd and 4. Richardson dropping back. Got plenty of time. And the throw to his left for Michael Pittman Jr. And Pittman going to get to about the 13.5. 1st and 10 for the Colts. Shotgun formation for Richardson. Got an open man, but that pass is deflected. And it's incomplete. That could have gone very dangerously. 2nd and 10. Richardson going to hand this one off to Jonathan Taylor, and he'll only get a loss of 2. They were expecting that. 3rd and 12. Richardson going to try and run with it himself, it seems. Then trying for a screen pass back to Jonathan Taylor, and it looks like it worked. Oh, now he's just outside, so it'll be 1st and goal on the, 5 inches mark. Richardson going to get it off to Taylor, who gets wrapped up and taken down. 2nd and goal. Richardson going to take it himself. He's going to run with it himself for the touchdown. And we're tied up at 14. Amazing work by Anthony Richardson there, running along the far sideline. Anthony Gay, kick on the way, and it's good. Tyjae Spears back to return. He'll take this from about the 5. Gonna get up to the 15, to the 20, now to 25, and he's taken down to about the 28. First and 10 for Tennessee. Levis going to play action. They fell for it and they threw for DeAndre Hopkins. Levis going to get a good throw there to get him to about the 46-yard line. And Levis in shotgun formation on this first and 10. Looking and throwing to his left. Calvin Ridley was the only receiver in the area, but that was way out of bounds. So it'll be second and 10 for the Titans. Play action. Gonna try and throw to his right for Calvin Ridley. And Ridley, he's got one man to beat if he can, which he can't. But he gets him into the red zone to about the 18. First and 10, Titans. Toss for Tony Pollard. Pollard running along the far sideline. He's got the first down, right? He does. They measured it, and he's got it. First and goal on the 9. Men in motion. Levis, play action. Gonna throw to his left, and it's deflected. Looks like Calvin Ridley was on his way to get it. Second and 9. Levis with the play action, and he is sacked by Zaire Franklin. I told you that man was a sacking machine. So third and goal on the 19. Levis dropping back. Gonna throw to his right. Calvin Ridley with the diving touchdown. Acquired him in the offseason after he became a free agent. Spent last year with the Jaguars. And now he's helping out the Titans against a different division rival. And that kick doinks off the right upright, but it's good. So Nick Folk does make this a 7-point game. Anthony Gould back to receive this from about the 1.5. And Gould going to get to about the 19. First and 10, Indianapolis. Shotgun formation for Richardson. And he's going to take it himself. He's going to run along the far sideline. He's got the first down. He's down about the 32. First and 10 for the Colts. Richardson dropping back. Run forward. Throws for Josh Downs, it looked like. But there was a sea of blue near those white helmets and jerseys and pants. Richardson going to hand this one off to Jonathan Taylor. He's going to break a tackle, but only gets about 6. And the Colts are going to call their first time out of the game. Richardson dropping back. Looking for an open man. Going to throw to his left for Michael Pittman Jr., who dove for it, but he couldn't quite get it. So it's 4th and 4, and they're going to punt the ball. Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Jackson back to return. Jaquan Jackson going to take this from about the 3-ish. And he'll get up to about the 10. So can Tennessee score before halftime? They got less than a half a minute to go. Levis dropping back. Got plenty of time throwing for Tyjae Spears, but he's running out of time. And that will be the last play of the first half. So Tennessee comes away with the lead going into the second half. Indianapolis to receive the ball to start the second half. Still, very close game in this AFC South battle. Next week, it's a battle of undefeated teams in a division rivalry battle and a fight in state as Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals head up northeast to take on Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns. 2 undefeated teams enter, 1 undefeated team leaves, and that's all coming up for you in our Week 7 Game of the Week here on SVGN, the Sports Video Game Network. And Gould will be back to return this one. Give him about 1.5 yards in his own end zone. Gets up to about the 14-yard line before he's stopped. First and 10 for the Colts. Shotgun formation, 2 men in the backfield with Richardson. Richardson going to run along the far sideline. He's got the first down, and he fumbles it, but he fumbles it out of bounds. That could have been dangerous. So 1st and 10 for Indy. Taylor going to run along the far sideline. Not going to get too far. Richardson on the 2nd and 2. Looking for Adonai Mitchell, who's got it, and he's in Tennessee territory by the time he gets it. He's up to about the 23. 1st and 10. Richardson dropping back. Got plenty of open space. Throwing to his left, Michael Pittman Jr. in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. This game will be tied up, assuming that the extra point goes through, that is. And Matt Gay's kick on the way. It's good. 21 all. Tyjae Spears going to be back to return for Tennessee. And he'll take this from about 2 or 3 yards back in his own end zone. Only gets up to about the 6. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Levis going to play action, and the defense gets to him! Quiddy Pay with the safety! So it's 23-21. Indianapolis finally has a lead. And Anthony Gould going to take this to about the 29. Defense broke through amazingly for the Colts. Handoff to Jonathan Taylor running along the near sideline. And he's going to get taken down for the first down at about the 41. 1st and 10, Indy. Man in motion. Richardson going to throw for Adonai Mitchell, who dives for it. Mitchell still moving. And he's down at about the 27. So Indianapolis, the momentum has shifted in their favor. Throw to the left for Michael Pittman Jr. And he gets to about the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. Richardson tosses for Jonathan Taylor. Taylor running along the near sideline. Touchdown, Indianapolis. I said the near sideline. That was the far sideline. My bad. I misspoke. And Matt Gay's kick on the way. And it's a 9-point lead for Indy. 30-21. Tennessee needs to put that last bad drive behind them. And Tyjae Spears going to get to about the 17. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Levis, play action. Looking, throwing over the middle for Spears, who dove for it, but some defenders in white were diving for it as well. 2nd and 10. Levis, play action. Gonna throw it off for DeAndre Hopkins, who's wide open. He's gonna get into Indianapolis territory, but the defense is creeping up on him. And they take him down at about the 32. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Levis in shotgun formation. Gonna run forward. Gonna run into a lineman. Gets it off in time. Throwing for Pollard. Pollard's got the first down and in the red zone. Taken down at about the 12. Shotgun formation for Tennessee. Levis looking. Trying to fire for Tyjae Spears in the end zone. Incomplete. There was only one defender in that area. 2nd and 10. Levis dropping back. Looking. Gonna throw for over the middle. Calvin Ridley looked like he was diving for that. 3rd and 10. Levis going to hand this one off to Spears. Tyjae Spears not going to get too far. So they're going to go for the field goal. Try and mitigate the damage. Get something out of this. Nick Folk with the 25-yard attempt. It's good. It's a 6-point game. Tennessee needs to get the ball back and score a touchdown. But Indianapolis, they're not likely to want to have that happen. Going to have Gould runner up to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Colts. Richardson dropping back. Defense coming through. Gets it off in time for Granson to not get it, but nearly picked by the Titans' backfield. Their secondary. Richardson dropping back on the 2nd and 10. Throwing to his right for Adonai Mitchell, who dove for it. He was wide open this time, but couldn't quite get his hands on it. 3rd and 10. Richardson dropping back. Defense breaking through. Throw for Granson, the tight end, incomplete. So they're going to punt the ball. Sanchez to punt. Jackson back to return. And he'll take this from about the 22-yard line. Get up to about the 28, it looks like. So 1st and 10 for Levis there. Levis dropping back. Throwing to his right for Calvin Ridley, incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10. With 16 seconds left to go. Shotgun formation for Levis. Throwing over the middle for Tyjae Spears. He can't quite get it. We got time for one more play here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 10. Levis dropping back. Offensive line keeping him protected. Throwing to his left for DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins got it in Indianapolis territory. And that's how we're going to end the 3rd quarter. Tennessee trailing by 6. 1st and 10. A toss for Spears. Spears going to get the 1st down and more. He's going to get to about the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Shotgun formation for Levis. Dropping back a little bit. Going to try and run forward. He's going to take it himself. That could have been dangerous for Indy. Gained about 8 on that one. So it'll be 2nd and 2 on the 14. Play action by Levis. Going to throw to his right for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete in the corner of the end zone, too. 3rd and 2. Levis hands it off to Pollard. Pollard not getting very far. They're going to go for it on the 4th and 2. Levis going to hand this one off to Spears this time, and he got the 1st down. 4th down, successfully converted. So 1st and goal on the 9. Levis dropping back, throwing to his right, and that was his left. Couldn't quite see who that was, but DeAndre Hopkins was the intended receiver. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Colts on the 25. Richardson going to throw to his middle right for Granson. And he's going to... Did he get the 1st down? No, he's short by about an inch or 2. So 2nd and inches. Richardson tossing for Taylor. He's got the 1st down easily. And he's going to get into Tennessee territory. And he's still going. He's down at about the 29.5. Indianapolis trying to take a dominant victory here. Toss for Taylor. And he's going to get taken down about 2 yards back. 2nd and 12. Richardson dropping back. Looking. Throwing to his right for the rookie Mitchell, who dove for it but couldn't get it. 3rd and 12. Shotgun formation for Richardson. He's going to make it a direct run for himself. He only gained about 1. So he's going to go for the field goal to make this back to a 9-point game. Matt Gay. Going to kick this through. It's 33-24. Tyjae Spears back to return on this one. And the Titans is going to take this from the 1. They need to get 9 points. Spears going to get to the 20. He's got to the 25-30. He slammed. Like he ran into a truck. Levis going to play action. Going to throw to his left for DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins going to get it this time. He's into Indy territory. And he's taken down at about the 25. 1st and 10. Tennessee. Men in motion. Levis tossing for Pollard. Pollard going to run along the far sideline. He's got the 1st down. He's still on his feet. But he's down at the 11. 1st and 10. Tennessee needs a touchdown here, at the very least. Throw to the sideline. Looked like it was trying to be a screen pass for Spears. 2nd and 10. Levis dropping back. Gonna move forward. DeForest Buckner gets his sack. So it'll be 3rd and about 17. Spears gonna run along the near sideline. Spears still going. He's taken down at the 1. But that's enough for a 1st down, they say, and Tennessee going to call their first timeout. This is a close one, but we saw the Texans come back 2 weeks ago. Tyjae Spears going to get the toss. He's in for the touchdown. Tennessee might be a coming back team. And we'll see how Nick Folt's extra point goes through. And doinks off the left upright. Tennessee needs to get this ball back. And then they just need a field goal to win this. But they're going to go for a big kick rather than an onside-er. That's 3 yards back into his own end zone is Gould. Gould going to take this to about the 15. If the defense can hold for Tennessee, they might stand a chance. Anthony Richardson going to toss to Jonathan Taylor. And they take him back 2 yards. Stopping Jonathan Taylor might be key here. 2nd and 12. Richardson going to try and run forward with it. And he's taken down by Arden Key's 3rd sack of the day. He had 2 in the first half. 3rd and 15. Following that 3-yard sack. Richardson in shotgun formation. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. He's got it. He's got the first down. And now Indy just needs to run the clock out. Richardson looking, gonna throw to his left for Taylor, incomplete. Tennessee needs to hope they can get 3 stops. They got 1. Richardson gonna run along the far sideline. Breaks 1 tackle, but not able to break a second. Only gained about 5 on that one. 3rd and 5. Shotgun formation for Richardson. Gonna try and run forward. He's wrapped up. Arden Key with a 4th sack. Could he be the hero Tennessee needs? They've got less than a minute to go. Rigoberto Sanchez gonna punt this one deep. He needs to punt it deep. Waste as much of Tennessee's time as he can. And Jackson only gonna get to about the 20. Tennessee, do they have the means to come back and perform the upset? Spears going to get wrapped up and taken down. 11 seconds. You got time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. Levis in shotgun formation. Looking. Throwing over the middle for Tyjae Spears. Spears has it. Spears is still going. But he's going to get stopped. Indianapolis remains undefeated in a very close fight. 33-31. Colts come away with the victory. And they got a bit of a breather game next week as they take on the Dolphins in Indianapolis. Meanwhile, Tennessee going to drop to 2-2. And next week they have a Buffalo team that looks to still be pretty hot, even despite all the offseason deals they made. But regardless, very close game between these two teams. And Tennessee going to see this team again in Week 16, hoping maybe next time they'll be able to get the victory. And so now taking a look at the standings for the AFC South, Indianapolis now a smooth 5-0. Tennessee now at 2-2 actually drops below Houston because Houston won a divisional matchup, whereas Tennessee lost it, and Jacksonville still at 1-3. And that's going to do it for us here in Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. A reminder that this weekend we will be having our Week 6 Tecmo Rewind, and to join us next week for our Week 7 game of the week between the undefeated Cincinnati Bengals and the undefeated Cleveland Browns. For all of us here at SVGN, the Sports Video Game Network, I'm your host, Joe, saying good night, everybody!